Yes, here we are. It kept on turning and said, "I'm of live, go live," and it kept turning, so I needed to refresh. I'm sorry. Hi, guys. As usual, sometimes my brain thinks of things and it doesn't go that well. Let me tell you all about it. But first, I want to show you something else. As you know, I did a short while ago Doodle Set number 2. And Doodle Set number 2, I still have 4 left. So if you want to grab one, this is your very, very last chance. And today, and that's only today and tomorrow, I have almost 20% off. So take your advantage because I only have 14 left of Doodle Set number 3, the new one, the brand new one. And that's because I emailed all the people who bought number 2 if they would be interested in number 3 because they were both on their way to me. So most of you who bought number 2 bought number 3, but I have number 3 here. I have 14 left of those, and then they will be gone. Hi, Susan. Hi, sweetie. Thank you for joining. Excuse me. And Doodle Set number 3 has a winter theme. And I think it's stunning. I absolutely do. I will show it to you. Please know that, and that's the risk of showing them on live. I explained this a lot, is that the designs will be stolen. Know that nobody brings out the original ones other than myself. Not Craft, not anybody on AliExpress or Temu or whatever. So I'm the only one who's selling these. And hi, Monica. Hi, sweetie. Thank you for joining too. And thank you for saying hi to me. I always enjoy when you say something to me. So, um, with further ado, let me show you. It's in 2 parts. You will get 2 die sets, and this is the first. And it has a brand new snowflake, a brand new layered bow set. It has some ice skates. It has a total of new flower set, some winter leaves and sprigs with stars on it. And the second part of set number 3, I think, and I honestly do, I will say when uh, I think differently, but this has a very nice icicle border. It has a winter fence. It has a new border die that's, I think, is very wintry, and it has how do you say that, a garland with string lights. So the lights are all here. You can give them all a different color. I even was able to put in some bells, some jingle bells. And so this is Doodle Set number 3. Doodle Set number 2, I only have 4 left, and that is the Valentine theme 1. And if you grab both, so I will add a very nice, sweet gift to your package as a token of my appreciation that you bought the 2. I only have 4 of those gifts, so it's not that if you buy 3, only number 3, that I'm not grateful, because I am. But I only have those 4 gifts, and I had something like, you know what? Let me give you guys a gift as a token of my appreciation. I cannot wait to receive mine. Oh, Susan, yeah, they are on their way. Let me check for you if I can see something in my app. Um, There are 22 people sets are on the way. Um, Let me see, Susan. No, I can't find you in my app, but oh, yeah, see? Yeah, I found it. And does it say on the 27th of May? So that's yesterday. It's released by your customs. So hopefully it will be there soon. Let me double check. Oh, sorry, I have to send the message to somebody who's waiting for me. Uh, See, it's all chaos here. Okay, let me explain what I wanted to do. Um, as you know, I'm a little bit in crazy love with my 3D printer. Well, officially Ben's 3D printer, my husband's. And I wanted to make a craft trolley, one that you have like a luggage set that you can pull the handle up, and yeah, like a travel luggage suitcase, but then in a craft one. I have one here, and I will show it to you, and I will tell you what a brain breaking deal this was to make. Okay, here it is. This was the caddy. Imagine four of those wheels underneath it with a lid and the retractable handle. I will keep it in frame still so you can see. I designed it, and then I thought, you know what? Let me see how long it's print time it is. Only this bin, takes 9 hours to print. So I had something like, should I do this in test filament or in pink? And I was too excited, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to do this in my expensive pink filament. Oh boy, I was not having a good day because I was sitting downstairs in the watching TV on my couch, and I have an app on my phone that I can look through the camera to my 3D printer. And I don't have it here anymore because I threw it away. That's how angry I was. And I couldn't figure out what happened, but it warped like crazy. It looked like the whole sides were melted upwards. And I was like, what did I do wrong? And this never happened to me. And oh my goodness, I know I'm new to this, but oh boy. So then I thought, you know what? Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe I did something wrong. Let me double check. I put a new one on, and one of these bins takes up half a roll of filament. So 9 hours and 500 grams of filament. Normally, one roll, one spool is 1 or 1.1 kilo. So the second one went horribly wrong too. But a little less horrible than the first one. Then I thought, what could I change? What am I doing wrong? So, looking at 1,000,000,001 videos on Google and, YouTube, I thought, you know what? I'm going to call the company where I bought the filament, and maybe they have suggestions for me with the knowledge of all the videos. And they said to me, you know what, Nicole, you need to buy a cool plate. So I spent another 30 euros, that's about $40, on a cool plate. And the difference between the normal plate and this plate is that you can print with colder temperatures. So That went wrong twice too. It warped like crazy, and I don't know if the camera picks it up, but if you look closely, you see that the front side is a little bit bent. So I had something like, why? What am I doing wrong? I looked at all those videos, I adjusted all those settings. What am I doing wrong? And I had something, you can all tell me that it's not possible, but I think if I have something in my brain, it's possible. Well, then I thought, okay, let me do one more attempt and then make my build plate extra sticky, and a number of settings I adjusted. I printed another one. And as you can see, this one is almost straight at the bottom. It's only a teeny tiny bit curved. Sorry, on this side, a teeny bit. And I had something like, this is acceptable for me. And if you can see the difference between the two, I don't know if the camera picks it up, but this has like straight edges, and this has a curved edge, and that curved edge I made on this one myself because I was trying to figure out how I would be able to print this without warping. And so after a new 10 hours waiting, it was ready. I took it off the build plate, the normal build plate, and I took my tool, my deburring tool, and I was like, okay, let me take off the sharp edges. And then I heard a crack. And I was like, no. Oh, imagine I already printed 7 of them. Not all 7, the whole 10 hours, but 7 of them. And I was so happy that I finally would have one that would be perfect. And then there was some tension in the material. I don't know if the camera picks this up, but there is a fine, oh, see, left, right, right, left. But there is a fine line here, and there it cracked. And I had something like, no, not again, no. So I had it. And then I looked at the other side, and if you can see, it's hard to see on the camera, but it cracked on this side too. And then I spoke to Ben, my husband, and I said to him, maybe the walls I'm making are too thin and it gives the material too much stress. You know, the only thing I can do is totally start from scratch. Oh, sorry, Donna. Hi, Nicole. How have you been, Nicole? Saved both. Save me both 2 and 3. I will order after you're finished with your live. Oh, Donna, I see that already one order is coming in, and I can't stop my life to take them out of my shop. So, yeah, I'm a bit in distress now because I want to do that for you, but I don't know how when I'm live streaming, and then I should go to my store, and it's a struggle. But okay, so I had something like, you know what? I'm going to do this one more time, start from scratch, make every single thing again, and resize it, but make the walls thicker. And sometimes perseverance, determination, and a lot of anger and frustration brings the end result. And let me put these away because else my desk is way too full. And I need to take out the glue. I made a new one. This one is 2 centimeters smaller. So it's 2 centimeters smaller this way and this way. And it's about 2 centimeters smaller across. But because the walls are way thicker. This is 12 hours of printing. And I was like, how on earth is that possible? I make things smaller and it takes longer to print. I don't get it, but whatever. I'm going to print it. So, I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but my printer is now printing this telescope handle. This is the thing that comes on top of that handle. I designed a new flap because this flap will be bent and this part will be glued at the back. So let me show you so you have an idea on what I mean. This one will be glued later on like this. See, sometimes you need three hands. You know what? I'm going to tilt the camera. I think that's a better idea. And don't mind my mat. This is my gluing mat and it's dirty and it's whatever. But this will, in the end, will be closed like this. And you know what? It's straight, it fits, it doesn't crack. Oh, you will not believe how happy I am that this fixed all my problems. So now I have an expensive bill plate, while the solution was just designing it in a different way. Hi, Jan. Yeah, Ben is good. Ben is at his work right now. It's almost it's 15 minutes before 4 o'clock in the afternoon here. So in about 1.5 hours, you will be home. So yeah, now I finally have one that will work. I only need to glue the parts together, and then the trolley is ready. What a hassle. But you know what? These kind of mistakes and things that happen makes me learn a lot more. And yeah, eventually I can laugh about it, but not when it happens. After 10 hours of waiting and your printer is finally ready, and you take it off the build plate and it says crack. Imagine that feeling. Ooh, I was like, okay. So in the meanwhile, uh, the reason why I was not live for such a long time was because I had 17 memory dexes to print. You guys order so many of them that my printer hardly can keep up. Okay, let me show you what I've made and designed this memory dex, and it fully functions and works properly. You can buy one printed or the digital print file. But then a sweet lady called Linda from the UK contacted me and she said, Nicole, I have memory decks dies from a certain brand, All in Create, I believe, and they are longer than the standard size machines. And she asked me, could you make a custom one for me? Because those are the only dies I own, memory decks dies. So I did. So after those 17, I already printed and put on the post. I designed a larger one, and I hope you can see the difference. So yeah, I now designed a larger version, and after I told her yes, of course I will do that for you, she ordered a white one and a pink one. So those are ready. I can package them up and ship them to her on Friday. So I hope she will be happy with these. But oh, it was such a a struggle to do those things. And then I thought, you know what? I need something just. I love designing. I love making things. And when people come to me and ask me, oh, could you design this or could you design that? I'm always looking into it if my brain is able to do that. So I don't know if you remember in the early days, we had some tool that's called a stamp-a-magic or a stamp positioner. And there was a lady, and she was looking for those, but she couldn't find them anywhere anymore. And she said to me, Nicole, would you be able to design one in a digital file? And luckily, because I'm a paper crafter too, I own one. And this is the original one. So, looking at the original one, I designed a 3D print file for it. The only thing you have to add is a piece of acetate, and yeah, then you have your own stamp positioner. So I was so happy with how it turned out. I printed one in teal and in purple, and she was truly happy. So that makes me happy because, yeah, making customers happy is always a fun thing to do, right? And right when I was done with making those stamp positioners, thank you, Jan. Somebody else asked me, I work a lot with chipboard, but I want to have something that I could, um, how do I say this? Keep them in place while I'm gluing them together. And so I designed these, and maybe it does not make sense in a second. Where did I put that piece of chipboard? Oh, shoot. I, I'm not sure. Well, you can. There's three slots. The first one is for 1.5. The second one is for 2 inch. Sorry, 2 millimeters, and the third one is for 3 millimeters. And you can put um, your chipboard. Sorry, wrong side. From here to the corner, and from here to this corner, and then you can glue it together. The pictures in my store will make sense, I hope. So I made her some, let me call them brackets because I have no idea what to call them. And she was over the moon. So yeah, I'm enjoying my 3D printer, but sometimes when you do new stuff that, as you know, I'm just starting. I'm now having my 3D printer for about 6 7 months, and yeah, I'm learning every day from what's possible, what angles, what temperatures, what um, uh, how do you call those? Um, Supports, types of supports, because those make a difference too. I can say this, I'm happy that I didn't knew all these options before I bought the 3D printer, because else they would have scared me. But I've learned so much, and it's so fun, and it's so convenient to have a machine that can make stuff for you. For instance, to give you an idea, I need to glue this side to the back of my trolley later on. So I need like a glue comb. How do you call those? Those plastic things that you normally get in the shop ready to go. And now I'm able to 3D print my own glue comb. That's yeah, I think that's still mind blowing that I'm able to do that. I had like little clips on the sides of my how do you call it, ventilation system in the windows, and a few of them were broken. So I took one that was in one piece. I measured everything up, and I made new ones myself. So that that kind of thing makes me happy, and I just wanted to tell you all about it. Um, why I was absent for so long. But sometimes my brain can only handle one thing, and then I get questions. Can you make this? And could you make a custom this or that for me? And I'm willing, but it takes time. That's all. Oh, you can absolutely do, Jan. If I can do it, trust me, you can do it. And what I find very helpful, uh, when you buy a printer like bamboo, like the one I have, there is like a huge, huge online Maker's Lab in there, and all the files there are totally free. My first, I don't know if you ever saw the project, my first ever project that I printed myself. It was this one. And yes, I can design, but I'm not this good. So I did not design this one because I wouldn't be able to. That's it. But yeah, this was my first ever 3D printed project. So yeah, and it was a total free file. It comes out of that program, so it's not something that I had to pay for. The only thing I had to pay for was the filament, of course. Yeah, it's a free 3D print file. There are, I think, tens of thousands of files on there, absolutely for free. So yeah, but I would love to be able to design something like this, but I don't think my brain is capable of doing this kind of complex designs. Uh, I will keep it simple, and I think simple is also fun. But yeah, I still love him, and he really functions. And let me see if I can show you. But his mouth really opens and closes, so it's a real functional nutcracker. Yeah, and he has a place of honor in my craft room, and he will always remind me of my first 3D printed project. Oh well, yeah, that was all I had to tell you guys. I will do a video on how to assemble the trolley because I know a few of you were interested in one. I'm not sure if I'm going to offer them printed and that I ship them off because one, it's very expensive, the shipping fee for that one, and um, it needs more than half a roll of filament for the box only. Then I'm not talking about um, the all the other stuff, like the lid and the retractable handle, and so it will be too expensive, and I don't like that fact. So if you want one, you can always email me, but I don't think I will offer them ready already printed, but at least I will offer the print file. Yeah. I wish you all a nice day. Thank you for being here with me and listening to my rambling. I will be back very soon with fun and new designs because there are dies on their way to me that I designed for Case Craft and for Scrap Diva Designs. So I will show them in a new video. I wish you all a nice day. Thank you for joining me. And if you have a question, feel free to email me. Bye.